Eva, I would say the most common question we're getting right now is, have we gone away from being a seller's market to a buyer's market to a balanced market?
Yeah.
What can we talk about?
It's a little tricky right now with the interest rates still hanging tight at around 7%. Feds have told us they were going to drop the rates 4 times this year. Hasn't happened yet. So we're dealing with a little bit of discomfort in the market. Buyers aren't completely sure what's going on, and a lot of sellers are still hanging on to their 2.5% interest rate, right, or 3%. So there is some discomfort, we'll call it, and or just not sure where the market's heading. Well, because we still have lack of inventory, because so many Americans have a low interest rate and they're not moving, we still are seeing movement in the market up to a certain price point. The trick is, what's that sweet spot? For California specifically, we have micro neighborhoods, so I'm not going to give you a general cap like we could in some other states. But I am going to tell you specific to, let's say, Tracy, Manteca in this market, I would say that sweet spot is just about 800,000. And anything under 800, as long as you've priced it correctly, and I'm going to touch on that a little bit too, is moving. We're still getting buyers. It's still moving. There's plenty of programs out there that we've talked about for buy down on rates. We have partnered with some mortgage companies that will do a buy down for a year at their cost and then refinance you when these rates come down. I mean, there's so many opportunities out there. It's a question of meeting face to face and, discussing what the goal is. But to answer the question about are we transitioning into a buyer's market, I will say that not quite yet. We're still seeing the sellers hang tight if they're priced correctly, and for our area of Tracy in general, I'll say that sweet spot's 800,000. But on the other side, I do want you to consider that as we do transition slowly over time into a buyer's market, that 800,000 is going to quickly become 700,000, which means your $600,000 home is going to quickly become 500,000 if things progress at this pace. So just having to take those things into consideration. Now remember, if we're going down but the interest rates are still coming up, you're still losing. As a buyer, you definitely want to be able to secure a better rate. And then, of course, as a seller, you're literally watching the decline. I'm not saying it'll be a quick decline, but we are already seeing extended days on market. We are seeing buyers having definitely terms more driven to benefit them. So we are seeing a lot of that, and it's just a conversation that needs to be had. A lot of people, again, are still sitting on really low interest rates and calling me for, or calling us, I should say, for questions about should I sell? Well, it depends on where you're going, right? So it's a big conversation. It's a conversation that we love to have. Sit down, look at your finances, look at everything really, what your 5-year plan is, what's your 10-year plan. There's not one straight answer for any of it. That's the thing. Let's sit down, talk about whether you're buying or selling, or if you know anybody that has any real estate plans in the next year, they want to have a conversation. We'd love to sit down and have that convo with them.
So one of the things we are is data driven.
Mm-hmm.
We subscribe to lots of different programs and subscriptions to give us this type of data, and we do it in a way that really helps you, our clients, to make informed decisions. One of the reports that we subscribe to is called Altos Report, and we can break this down by zip code, so we can give you a zip code and give you a snapshot of what's happening. Is it a seller's market? Is it a buyer's market? What's happening? What's moving? What's not moving? What are the days on market? All those things. This is a free service we would give to you. All you have to do is just send us an email. Hey, I want this. And you can get this report monthly. And it'll just keep track. And you could see over time what's happening. And that way you're informed. We love informing our clients and having them make great decisions for their family because they have knowledge and information, and our job is to make sure that you're informed so you can make the best decisions for you and your family. If you want this report, just send us an email. There is no cost. It's just something we'll send to you, and you can review it at your own leisure. This is Ron and Eva Cedillo of the HBR team, powered by Place.
Sell your home and sleep well on your pillow when you call Ron.